Yo, it's Daniel Hope, and I'll bring you all another Motivation Monday with my beautiful baby girl, Starburst. So, let me tell you guys a quick story, because I wasn't on social media back when I started my second year at UC San Diego. And when I started my first year at UC San Diego, I actually moved in with Gabby at the time, And so during the summer, we worked together, we saved up a lot of money, to try to make the down payment, try to live okay. And so when we got our first apartment, we said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and adopt a little kid. And that's when Starburst came around. And Starburst was about, I think, just the appropriate age to adopt a kid at the time. I think it was about 2 months, And so, it was like love at first sight, Starburst just dug us, we dug her. And long story short though, after we adopted her, before they could release us to her, they had to spay her. And since she was too young, she got really, really sick. And that's part of the reason why she gained a lot of the weight, because her immune system is shut down. And so, anyways, when we went to the vet, they had her on all types of medication, all types of antibiotics, but she was getting way too sick. Like, we're not talking about the kind of sick where you're gonna give her antibiotics and she's gonna get okay. Like, she was just getting worse and worse. She was pooping all over our carpet, she wasn't eating, we had to syringe feed her, it was stressful. And like I said, it was my second year at UC San Diego, so I was probably just about 18 years old, and it was a lot, I thought by adopting a kitty I was gonna be all happy, but it was like adopting a child or something, it was a lot of stress, and she got really, really sick, eventually she just stopped moving, we had to carry her everywhere, it was getting really bad. And like I said, it wasn't like we had her for years and then she got sick, it was like we got her and then she got really, really sick. And so anyways, I remember at some point I went to the vet, and at this point, like, I had applied for a bunch of credit cards, which I got approved for, trying to save her life, and I remember I went to the vet and the vet told me, honestly, do you want to just end her life, I forgot what the term is, euthanize. And I said, no, why would I euthanize her? And then she's like, oh, well, that's right, because of the expense. And I said, no, like, this is my cat, like, why would I euthanize her? And she said, oh, well, you can always go back to the pound and say that she was sick, and that way you can get another cat. And I said, what do you like? I didn't tell her that, and I know she didn't mean any contempt as well. She just was trying to look out for me, look out for the cat. And I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, guys. Honestly, that was the first time. I think that was probably one of the first times ever in my life where I finally got out of my millennial mentality. Millennial mentality, hear me out, honestly, because that's the problem with millennials. Honestly, like, we give up on everything that gets super, super hard. Like this, it was super, super hard raising Starburst. Honestly, she had a diaper, she had to be syringe feed, we had to give her medication, we had to drop thousands of dollars trying to save her life, And honestly, honestly, when she said, do I want to euthanize her, do I want to take her back, like, it would have been easy to just say yes. It would have been easy to just say, you know what, yeah, just end her life, just, it'll be fine, and no more credit card bills for me. But you know what, I didn't, and that's because it's her life. I didn't choose Starburst because I wanted a cat. I chose Starburst because I wanted a partner, and I really loved her. And I said, I'm over this millennial mentality. Like, every time something gets hard for millennials, we give up. Honestly, maybe that's not all of us, and maybe that's not all the situations. But millennials, honestly, that's why people clown on us, honestly, because sometimes things get really, really, really hard. They get intense. That's what it is. Things get intense, and that's when millennials, when things can be okay, things can be difficult, things can even be a little hard. But the minute things get intense, millennials just give up. That's why some of us, we take so many classes and then we drop. You get me? That's why we do things. You get me? We say we're gonna start a diet, and the minute it comes to giving up certain stuff, we quit, because the minute things get intense, we give up. And that's the problem with millennials. It got intense for me, honestly. It got intense because Starburst was racking up all this money. But you know what, guys? I loved her, and I didn't get her. I got her because she's an individual, a character with life. You know what I mean? She has life in her. That's something worth fighting for me. Like, it was a lot. It was enough for me. You know what I mean? And so that all on its own, and so your own life is worth fighting for. So when things get intense, do them, because that's what makes it worth it. Look, guys, honestly, I love Starburst with all my heart. She's the love and joy of my life. I love hanging out with her, and I love my other cat, Dusty, too, who I'll show right now. But my point to you, though, is that if I would have just given up, if I would have said, you know what, just euthanize my cat, you know what, it's done, it's over, you know what I mean, I wouldn't be seeing Starburst. And I love Starburst. You know what I mean? And that's like I said, I can tell that maybe that veterinarian didn't mean any rudeness. She didn't mean any contempt. But let me tell you something. I feel like she was telling me that, one, because I was 18 years old. I wasn't ready for the responsibility, and I can accept that. But two, she was telling me that because she knew I was a millennial. She knew I was getting stressed out like Starburst. I remember at one point I went out to the vet and Starburst slipped out of my hands, went under my car. It was like she just was always the troublemaker, doing so many things, you know. But I loved her, you know what I mean? She's my cat. I love my kitties, you know, and I can't put it any other way. And so whatever it is you love, whatever it is you believe in, whatever it is you want to do, when things get intense, look, if you're a millennial and you're listening to this, it's the truth. Honestly, I have no other way to tell it. And I know it because personally, I've experienced it. Personally, people tell me. And personally, other millennials tell me as well. You know what I mean? We don't handle intensity. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to tell you is if you're going to do whatever it is you're going to do, handle the intensity. What's up, guys? And this right here is Dusty. It's my little baby boy. As you can tell, he's nice and cuddly. He's like, what the fuck? Are you
telling lies about me?
Get out of here. Dusty, this is my firstborn son. I got his name. Oh, so I didn't explain this in the other video, but Starburst and Dusty actually have their names from the shelters. I just kept them just because, you know, that's who they were. I couldn't put it any other way. You know, and it's funny. He looks like a Dusty, and I've come to love him as such. I've had Dusty for about almost, I think, 2 years now. You know, and he's been really good to me. He's probably my best friend.